In the pre-dawn gloom of a Belgian industrial canal, a team of armed officers moves with silent precision towards a nondescript warehouse. What they find inside isn't a stockpile of goods, it's a weapon, a 50-foot-long, fully functional submarine painted in matte black, its hull still slick from the water of its testing ground. This vessel, capable of crossing an ocean undetected, was not built by a nation, it was built by a cartel. And its cargo hold was designed for one thing, to deliver 3 tons of pure Colombian cocaine directly to the heart of Europe. This machine was the final piece of a plan 2 years in the making, a plan so vast, so brazen, it was poised to become the largest drug smuggling operation the world has ever seen. This is the story of the ambition that built it, the betrayal that broke it, and the one seizure in Antwerp that started it all. The port of Antwerp is a city within a city, a sprawling, chaotic nexus where over 12 million shipping containers flow through each year. It is the economic lifeblood of Belgium and, for decades, a sieve for narcotics. Here, in September 2021, Customs Officer Carol Vandenberg was performing a routine scan on a container from Guayaquil, Ecuador, labeled as cut timber. As the X-ray image resolved on his screen, his experienced eye immediately caught the anomaly. The pattern was too uniform, the density behind the planks all wrong. When the doors were forced open, officers didn't just find wood, they discovered a sophisticated false wall, and behind it, packed with chilling precision, were 11 tons of cocaine. 110,000 individual bricks with a street value soaring past €1.5 billion. It was a record-breaking seizure for the port, but for investigators, it was something more profound, a clue. This was too big, too perfect to be an isolated shipment. This was a footprint. Thus began Operation Sea Turtle, a joint task force spanning Belgian police, Europol, and other European agencies. Their first breakthrough was digital. The container's paperwork was flawless, a masterpiece of forgery, but the payment trail was not. They followed a labyrinth of shell companies through Panama and the UAE, tracing multi-million euro transfers. The money led them to a network of corrupt port insiders, middlemen paid to mark specific containers with secret symbols, ensuring they bypassed inspections. But above these foot soldiers, a more shadowy figure emerged. Codenamed the Librarian by investigators, this individual wasn't on the docks. He was coordinating from afar, using military-grade encrypted phones. His voice, intercepted in fragments, spoke of logistics, capacity, and the next delivery. He was the strategist, and all evidence began to point to a surprising base of operations, not a jungle compound, but a comfortable suburb of London, England. The man at the center was a British national in his mid-40s. Let's call him Michael. To his neighbors, he was a successful, if slightly reserved, import-export businessman. He drove a sensible car, owned a semi-detached house, and holidayed in Spain. According to Europol, he was a principal architect of a super cartel, a consortium linking the infamous Clan del Golfo in Colombia with Albanian distribution networks in Europe and Moroccan hashish traffickers. This was horizontal integration on an industrial scale. Michael's innovation was in manipulation, not muscle. He allegedly exploited a critical vulnerability, the port's own trusted trader system. By infiltrating legitimate companies and bribing key officials, his network aimed to create digital green lanes for their containers, a ghost train running straight through Europe's defenses. The Antwerp seizure was a multi-million-pound hiccup, but the system, they believed, was still intact. With heightened scrutiny at the ports, the cartel pivoted to a more spectacular solution. If they couldn't go through the front door, they would go under the wall. In a remote, swampy shipyard in South America, far from prying eyes, they began constructing a custom-built semi-submersible vessel. These narco-subs, made of fiberglass and wood, ride low in the water, invisible to most radar. But this one was different. This was a true submarine, capable of fully submerging. Intelligence suggested it was to be crewed by ex-naval engineers. Its mission was to slip unseen across the Atlantic, surface off the coast of Europe, and transfer its 3-ton payload to smaller boats in the dead of night. It was the ultimate smuggle, a silent, invisible delivery worth over £300 million whale sale. It represented the zenith of illicit logistics, and yet the very scale that gave them strength became their weakness. The partnership, built on vast profits, frayed over those same profits. A dispute erupted over the submarine's financing. The European partners, including Michael, allegedly withheld a multi-million euro payment owed to the Colombian builders. The tension turned to bitter acrimony. In a pivotal moment, a senior cartel member in the Netherlands, fearing for his life and enraged by the betrayal, made a decision. He walked into a police station, not with a lawyer, but with an encrypted phone and a promise to talk. He became Client X. His testimony was the master key. He gave them names, dates, the shipping route for the submarine's components, and its exact location in Belgium. The entire architecture of the operation was laid bare. The takedown was synchronized across continents. In November 2022, police stormed the Belgian warehouse, seizing the submarine. Simultaneous raids netted dozens of suspects in Spain, the Netherlands, and the UAE. Michael was arrested at dawn in London. The super cartel was shattered. Today, the submarine sits disassembled in a government evidence locker. The cocaine from Antwerp was incinerated, but the story leaves a chilling legacy. It demonstrates the corporate, innovative face of modern trafficking, a world of CEOs, submarines, and cyber vulnerabilities. It also reveals the immutable flaw. In an empire built on greed and fear, the greatest threat always comes from within. The most perfect machine can be scuttled by a single human crack in its hull.